Hi guys. I don't know if this is working or not, as you know. It didn't ask to take my picture. But it's going. Hi guys. Who's there already? You can't like it already. You haven't even started yet. I'm just happy I made it on time. How close am I? What time is it? 8:57. Man, I'm never on time. Northern Minnesota. Oh God, how are you? I know your name. Give it to me one more time. I know your name. It's geez, Matt. No. I remember I got 3,000 of you. There's only one of me. I'm supposed to be talking here. Gene, how are you? I still love your videos. You know that. They're so much like mine. Is crazy. They really are. So what's new with you since you're the only one on here? Gene Jenkins. Oh, hi, Deb. Hi to you too, Gene. You're not Jake. I was close enough. Jake, Matt, same difference. Come on now. So what's new? Anything good going on? The reason I'm having this chat today is because I'm having problems. Close enough. Same difference. I made a video for you, didn't I? It was a good one too. I just want to know if everyone's doing their part, because it's so important right now. What I mean by that is, how do I say this? I don't want to go into this, government conspiracy shit. And I'm not into that. There's a reason they're doing that, and now's the time I'm supposed to push. I'm supposed to push everyone. Before you weren't supposed to say anything unless someone asked. As far as finding consciousness and waking the fuck up to what's going on the planet. And we're not going to make it if we don't all get together. So it's all about the love. It really is. It's not even, I can't even explain to you how important this is. Well, the government is all the disclosure, and they're coming out with, we lied to you, so what, yada yada yada. They're actually going out of their way to make themselves look worse than what they've already done, which is bad enough, right? It's a reverse psychology thing, okay? The more you dwell on that, it's going to keep your vibrations down, your frequency down. You know what I mean? And it's like genius, freaking reverse psychology, and I'm the queen of that, It'll keep you up at night. It's like, wait a minute. So, okay, we know what they did. We all know what they did. They lied to us for 2,000 years, whatever, 3,000, 4,000 years, whatever, however long it's been. We all know that. It's out. The dirt's done. It's out. They can't take it back. We all know. Still a few idiots who don't have a clue, but we all know what's going on. And they were responsible for Maui. They were responsible for probably Canada. They're even looking back into Katrina now. But that being said, you can't dwell on it. The past is the past, But they do have the capability to manipulate the weather. We do have that. That sucks. So And that being said, it's hard to ignore. I mean, it really is. But you need to look inside yourself, because you are God. You are God, and there's 7.9 billion of us, and there's only not even a half a billion of them. We can take them. You know what I mean? I'm referring to the elite, the child kidnappers and all that stuff, and the people who don't want to, who want power. Mostly the Catholic Church. I'm referring to. But everything that goes on in the weather and the whatever, we have to question everything. Question everything. You know. I wanted to put that out there first, even though there's only two of you on here right now. I just got back from West Virginia. Jake, Gene. That was incredible, because that was like being in another dimension. And what I mean by that is, well, it really is kind of another dimension, because we have 3 dimensions on the planet, but it was a completely different set of stars too. There's no Big Dipper, you know what I mean? There's no like North Star. It was creepy. But in West Virginia, it is, you could touch them. I could see the whole solar system. It was beautiful, breathtakingly, absolutely gorgeous. Really was. So I was down there for a while and just got back, and I've been so busy with everything. There's a lot going on. It's been hectic for me. Nothing new. And now I lost half the footage that I got from West Virginia. I don't know if my camera wasn't formatted correctly, or my new phone or my new computer wasn't reading it right. I don't know what happened, but they're just not there, or they don't want me posting them. They're gone, and there's just no way. It doesn't make any sense, because I made sure I hit that record button. I double checked before I said a word, and there's no reason for them not to be there. So maybe they'll show up. There'll probably be a lot of lost videotapes coming up soon, I'm sure. They'll come up, or they'll show up sooner or later. But they had some really funky, different stuff down in West Virginia. I think I posted it on Facebook. Yeah, there was this one that was absolutely ancient. And I've never seen these beings before, and they're holding like Celtic. To me, Celtic, I can't think of a better word. Maybe you can. Celtic crosses. Perfect. And I just left the West Virginia Bigfoot Museum. That was fun. That was great. But I don't know. I have no idea what the hell it is. So I was hoping somebody could look at that and help me with that. But let me see if they're on here. They are. Here they are. I put one up. That's what it looks like. It's like one of them looked like it's glares in the way. But these are just in the trees. They're carved, And oops. I always touch something, This one. Yeah. And then you can see just the beings, without the crosses. And they're absolutely ancient. Look at the size of these things. And you can see there's actually beings behind it holding it, I love it. But just in case you guys didn't know, I was referring to creation earlier, okay, when I was talking about the government conspiracy shit. things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. So sit back and enjoy the ride. Darn. There it is. Is that cool or what? It's a really cool little shop there. And then they had the monster shop. I guess the Wendigo. Wendigo? Yeah, is there a monster down south? I don't know. But they had the monster museum down the street. Yeah, it's really cool. Sutton, West Virginia. If you're ever in the area, stop by. Or West Springs is absolutely spectacular. Like I said, I lost a couple videos, but I'm sure I'll find them sooner or later. So I will be posting again. Guys, just hold on one second. I have an opportunity to lock my rabbit in the cage. Get down, get down, get down. That bed. My rabbit's been so bad. But I've got this one. So where were the carved crosses located? Up a mountain, like where you would take, a very long trail. And there was a circle of stones before that. Something in the middle. It was some kind of bush or something. And then about 15 feet away from that, there was these. They were about this big. They weren't very big. There were just these things that were, stubs sticking up next to a tree. But they stuck out like a sore thumb, so I just zoomed over to get a look at it. And didn't expect to see anything. Not like that anyway. No way, no how. I'm telling you what. I mean, that's creepy. I don't know if that's Celtic. I mean, I don't even know what year that is. Is it man-made? Why? I mean, it wasn't there to, like, you couldn't see it. It wasn't sitting out. You'd have to kind of look for it. But that's still one of my theories, maybe it was man-made, but I doubt it. Not the way it looks. It's so homemade looking, Yeah. I can show you exactly where it was. Another one, I just posted this one. It's at the very end. Yeah. I think it was right. I don't even see it in that one. Maybe it's in this one.
Hi guys.
That's so cool, isn't it? I love this. Well, I can't scan through it right now. It's just too long. Oh no, this one's only 4 minutes. But I mean, I saw this with my own eyes first, and I'm gonna and you know what? It's not in any footage because I just got pictures of it. That's right. Um, I was done filming and saw it when I was leaving, so it's kind of weird too. Makes you wonder, you know what I mean? I don't think they want me to post that video. So, what else happened to me? I know I had a lot of bizarre things I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, that video that I posted, the Delaware River part 3, whatever, when it was getting really windy. When I left, when the film was over, and I just have a rid of the thing and go back to the storage. This I guess you'd call it a straight wind. We don't have tornadoes here, but I mean this was like 70 degrees because I could see. Well, my friend's sitting there working on his bike with an umbrella, you know, like a summer umbrella, you know, like a retard. And that went flying away, and you could see the air going right through, rushing through the storage unit thing. You know, both sides were open. Things were flying through there. But this wind actually almost knocked me down. I mean, it almost knocked me on my ass. And I swear I heard something say, "And don't come back." And I'm like, whoa. Because I got some good footage there. I think. That was crazy. And I'm just starting to wonder about you know, I don't know. I don't like, you know, I don't deal with paranormal. That seemed paranormal to me. And that's been happening a lot lately. I don't know why. I'm actually changing my view on Bigfoot. Now, Jake, do you believe that Bigfoot is a flesh and blood animal? Or Gene? I never believed in Bigfoot from, well, the first 2 years because I was abducted into a club to help prove that Bigfoot was real, and all I did was the opposite, and I didn't do it on purpose because I didn't want. No one was more unhappy than me. I was so disappointed and realized they were aliens, you know. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Um, Now I'm starting to rethink that. Suddenly, everything that I was taught way back when, 10 years ago, over 10 years, is kind of being thrown in my face now. Like lean-tos, which I've never seen before in my life, you know, except on Colorado Bigfoot, maybe. Um, Structures, footprints, all sorts of weird stuff that it's like, knocks, you know, things like that. And I'm like, nah, this is a joke or something, you know. It has to be. I guess I'd have to give you guys more time next time. More notice. The problem is with me is I'm spontaneous. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's Bigfoot. He can do whatever the hell he wants, right? He's an alien. Um, I believe he's a galactic. I know he's a galactic. I've seen him get out of a UFO one time in full gear, like military gear. I'm like, man, I ain't messing with him. Now, I've also been screamed at from behind. And let me tell you that they totally underrate what they say, okay, about how terrifying that is. Because it is terrifying. You literally really can't talk for like 20 minutes because of the percussion. Like if a bomb was to blow up, or whatever, something was to blow under your feet, it just shook that bad. And I didn't see anything, but he couldn't have been more than 10 feet behind, my boyfriend at the time. And the reason he did it was a territorial whoop, though, because my boyfriend went, whoop. This was when he didn't believe me yet, right? And then he got screamed at. And he's like, when he was finally able to talk, he said, that was somebody down at the back cave with a megaphone. I'm like, yeah, okay. Nice try. Like someone's going to be there in the dark and know that we're just going to be sitting there having a cookout. And well, I also seen that, with my own two eyes, the one getting raped up on top of my mountain with a bunch of aliens, by aliens. I just want to know what am I seeing, I believe that there's a federation, and I believe that they're there, and they're not going to let us blow ourselves up again. They're not going to let it. But there's certain laws they cannot intercede to a point. You know what I mean? They cannot mess with our free will of any kind. Um, it sounds barbaric, and I think it is. I mean, it seemed barbaric to me. They know what's going on, but I'll tell you right now, if you look at any nuclear station anywhere, you're going to see a UFO because they're sitting at every one of them. What do you say? Yeah. And I was watching one of those shows, with the short, or the trail cams, the trail cam horror, whatever, and it is pretty horrific. It's horrific. Um, there wasn't many Bigfoots. It was mostly ghosts, entities, and something they called the rake, which is absolutely horrifying. This thing, and you almost can't not believe it. I mean, it's like fake or not fake. It's like no way that is not fake. A couple I could tell could have been faked easily, but too many of them could not be faked. So that freaked me out a little bit. Oh, skip ads. FYI, if you don't have YouTube Premium, I guess commercials will come up in between or while I'm streaming. I did not know that. So I don't know how long it's gonna be, but just hit skip ad like you do any other time. That's why I have YouTube Premium. F that. I'm too busy. So my phone was broke the whole time I was in West Virginia, so I had no internet, no Wi-Fi, no hotspot most of the time. Of course, our maps went out right in the middle of not a real good place to be, for our maps to go out at night. And the same thing happened on the way home. I'm like, just start driving north. North is fine for me right now, okay? Sitting here trying to fix our phones is not. But a 7 hour, I guess it's a 7 hour drive, I guess. But we turned it into probably 10 every time, both times. So I'm not anxious to go back, but it was nice to visit. Hillbillies, I tell you. I can't believe that it's this late. What happened to the time? So anyway, I'm trying to advance in YouTube, and they have, and I'm terrible at marketing and all that stuff. But I don't have to go private anymore. Like I did before. I didn't advertise or anything for my kids, but I have none of that to worry about anymore. So I think I need like 7 more subscribers to hit 3 or something like that. And it's been like that forever. It's driving me crazy. It's like 7 more, please. But anyway, they have some kind of members only page and all this stuff, and I'm just software and me don't get along. You do hardware and but I have an eBay account, and I got this little rock fetish going on. This little one. I'm banned. I mean, if I would just turn this, see what I mean? They're everywhere. I mean, I'm banned from bringing any rocks home because we have no room. This is just the living room. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but I can't help it. They're so freaking cool. Especially, I mean, it looks, and the ones I get are 3-dimensional, and they're really just really cool. But during the quarantine, I painted rocks because it's free and they're right outside, and when they're moving through the rocks when I'm filming them, that's when I like it the best because they look the coolest when they're in the rocks. So they all have faces in them. They all have something cool about them. And every time I Google lenses, they're worth like $250,000. Like everyone. Like, just give me one to paint, okay? I can't get it. Really, Jake? I'm so glad to hear that. You put it in a better way than I could have put it. I kind of got taken by surprise because I jumped on real quick because I realized what time it was. You have to wake up. You have to love everyone. Doesn't matter. We all come from the same cell, and I am God. You are God. Everyone is God. It doesn't, I believe you need to find yourself. You need to look in, figure out what your mission was, and we all had a mission. You need to remember and wake up what we have been brainwashed to forget. It's not going to be easy, but you have to do it. We all have to do it, Jake. I mean, every time they're forced now into scientists. I mean, quantum physics especially, to look into spirituality and like all that kind of stuff that was like, it's got to be proven. It's got to be tangible. And every time they come up with something, the science world actually, within a week, backs it up with a mathematic equation. You know what I mean? I mean, it's unmistakable. I mean, they actually have a equation for um, what was it? Um, Emotions or something like that. I don't know. Something crazy and prayer. Um, and if we all do it at the same time, it has to happen. It is like the theory of relativity. I mean, it has to happen. It can't not happen. But how hard is that? You know, you think it'd be pretty easy with the internet, but and you figure they gave everyone on the planet pretty much a cell phone, not for the phone, but for the camera. You know, the way I see it. Um, I don't think it had anything to do with having a phone. It was to have a camera to be able to see what I see and what you see, Jake. And I'm hoping a lot more of you are beginning to see. To me, they're coming out in drones now, you know. Fact of the matter is, the Federation has to take care of a lot more planets than just us. And our lying to them is not helping. Okay. And sometimes I really think what what I'm saying is I call them pirates. You know what I mean? Because they're tired of waiting. You know, red tape. Because we're always lying to them, and we're lying to people who can read our minds. What are we, idiots? I mean, sorry, much love. I'm working on that, Jake. Um, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm thinking, and this is stuff that we don't need, but one of our other cosmic family needs desperately for their life, you know. So they're just saying, fuck it, and come down themselves to get it. They did it pretty cleverly, you know. We'll give them that. But I didn't even know this. Here's something freaky. Um, Jake, did you hear about the um, what was it? Oh, the hurricane that hit Acapulco. Have you heard about that? Yes or no? I'm waiting for your answer first. No. This is weird. Okay, now I don't watch mainstream media, and even if I was, they weren't talking about it. Nobody was talking about it. You haven't heard about it yet. It wiped out all of Acapulco. Okay, you think somebody would be talking about it, right? Now here's the really bizarre thing. At say 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that, it was a tropical storm out in the Pacific, you know, way out there, which nothing to worry about. You know, we usually have a good week to progress, you know, to figure out the trajectory is where it's going to hit. We had a week for evacuation. You know what I'm saying? And we study it and all that. Nope. This thing started at 3 in the afternoon as a tropical storm, hit Acapulco dead on, category 5 at 9 o'clock. Right when people would have been going to bed, you know, with their kids, they knew nothing about it. They had no warning whatsoever, and neither did the news people. You know what I mean? And no one's talking about it. I found somebody who was talking about it. And then he said on this podcast I was watching that he feels a little bad about, you know, in comparison to what's happening in Giza. But I'm like, what the hell's happening in Giza? I didn't know anything was happening in Giza. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? I had no idea about that. So, and there was no rain associated to this hurricane. No rain. None. killed like 250,000 people. A lot. And we're not talking about it. Why? Because we've learned how to manipulate the weather. That's why. Now they're actually getting ready to go back and check out Katrina. See if we were responsible for that as well. So the more you talk, the more questions you ask, the more, don't be afraid to ask these questions. I mean, push it. I don't know who you would push, but it's got to be done. They're just creating distractions for us not to wake up. It's sick, I know, and I can't believe that we're falling for this. But like, I don't, the government conspirators, it's like they're just looking for a reason to be mad. You know that, and when we need to be looking for love, not anger. So the government's so busy keeping us angry at the more stuff that they do or more bad things that happen, it takes everything off the subject of waking up. So they're pretty clever. We'll see how clever we are, I guess. I hope we're not that stupid. I don't know. I'm just getting so much clarity on my videos lately. It's like the veil is just so. I don't even need a camera anymore. Like I can just see them everywhere. Oh, but I did get. I don't know if it's in a picture or when I was scrolling through one of the videos. I did find, and I'll make sure I circle it. I'm looking. I'm like, aha! I'm like, that's not a tree. I'm like, that's a nut and that's a bolt. You know what I mean? It's steel. It's metal. I'm like, they didn't cloak it yet. You know what I mean? And they fucked up because I caught it. So that makes sense. I'm thinking even the UFOs. I mean, during the day, they're just in form in trees. If you look at the frames, it's crazy. That's why I started drawing them, because it shows if you took away the picture behind the lines, you can see what they're traveling in, which is pretty cool. I know. I mean, it's horrific when I try to do that, but it's like, I don't know. They did it. I woke up one morning and just started doing that. Like, what the hell is this? But I could see the dimensions, and that's how they're traveling through the dimensions. But I got help from a lot of the community. I mean, I never thought I of all people would be into spirituality, but I am. I always was spiritual, but not religious. If we would just take the religion out of everything, it would have been fine. Money, all that, and live the way we used to live, or we're supposed to live. Probably used to live. Well, we've been here a lot longer than you think. There isn't an inner earth. That freaked me out. But I saw these photographs from, I think it was like the 50s or 1930s or something. So you know how antique they are already, and scary looking anyway. Some guy posted a slideshow of all these pictures that he found that was in the hand of a dead man, a skeleton, who I guess they were sent by Queen whoever or King whoever in the 1889 or something like that for an expedition to find the Earth people. like they knew about them. And they showed me the caves. I mean, there was a picture of the caves, and it was in between the Kentucky and Ohio rivers or something. That's a little close for comfort for me. That's right. That's right. Me too. I just did it because they had chocolate milk that day, you know. Whether I went to Bible school or not. Um, so anyway, these pictures, they found the caves. Okay, they went in, and there was a bunch of dead, skeletons, whatever. But this one guy had a book or an album, like yay, whatever, just photographs of this place. Now, that must be really far in the caves, right? But I had nightmares. I couldn't even watch half of the pictures. I was horrified. They had everything from, say, the Nephilim giants, whatever, to like half cat, half man, half, I mean, creepy, scary creatures. And there was a sun. There was Bigfoot. There was humans, the guy who took the pictures. And I don't think they got lost or got held up there. I think they didn't want to go back to England. I couldn't see why they would want to stay there, but so there was something there that was, heavenly, I suppose. But yeah, there's definitely an inner earth. It's hard to believe, but it has its own sun. And they have the very convincing flat earth people. This kills me. Flat earthers, I call them. But in watching what they're watching, you can almost see how convincing it would be for them to believe that. And I'm like, it's bullshit. There is no ice wall. Well, maybe there's a sheet. I mean, I just don't even know what that's really about. But my girlfriend says to me, she says, we can't get to outer space. I'm like, why not? She goes, because of the ice wall. I'm like, what ice wall? What are you talking about? In Antarctica. I'm like, what the fuck are you on? I'm like, really? What are you on? And I said, well, how are we talking on the telephone? Because the satellites are in space, Who do you think put them in space? Duh. Yes, I know. She's goofy, but she's into the politics and the all the government conspiracy shit. So it's like, you do that, I'll do this, and maybe we'll meet in the middle somewhere. Because she doesn't have the sight, neither does my sister. But a lot of people do, but they don't give a shit for some reason. You know what I mean? It's like, we can't see anything in your videos. It's like, well, lately they have been, and they just don't give a shit. Same thing that when you look in the rocks, I mean, I see, like, I have something that looks like a miniature thing of the Hopis, the cliffs and everything, where the Hopis lived. And it can't be for no reason. And there's so much everything's written in the trees. It's written in everything, because when the aliens come through, most of them are light bodied. So, they leave a mark in our realm, which allows us to be able to follow them, Otherwise, how could we see them? We couldn't, because our eyes are too slow. But they're just letting us know they're right there. That would be the interdimensionals. and little devils, especially the babies. I love the babies. They're so cute. But they're getting more human-like, humanoid. A lot more humans I'm seeing in my videos, which I don't really care for. At first, I thought they were making them look so funny, cartoony, so I wouldn't be afraid of them. You know. Well, now it's getting to the point of retardedness. So I don't know. All right. Well, I'm tired. Obviously, I have to put this out earlier. But Jake, I appreciate you being here to talk to me and explaining that so beautifully, because that'll stay up. The chat will stay up forever. So, um, I'm gonna read that again. I like that. Go within, and connecting with God is where love and peace is. I've been filled with that pure love before, and wow, does it truly set you free? Yes, it does. I believe that it does. I mean, I'm not there yet. I'm not even close to being there yet. Thank you, Jake. You've always been my favorite. I'll talk to you soon, all right? You have a good night. You just made my night. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I know that. Oh, I know that. Sometimes I feel that way, but then I just get right out of it again. Look at my rabbit. See my rabbit? He's crazy. All right. I love you, Jake. I'll be checking in soon. See ya.